So in the front row should be Chris Porritt, but he's got a slipping clutch, so he's opted to start from the back. Cheng Lim will be on the front row by himself, therefore. Second row, Clive Hudson. He's the first of Championship Sports Special Cars. Alongside him is John Plant. The third row is Mark Jordan, though he's not there. A problem with his Cobra at the end of qualifying. So the only person on the third row is Darryl Beckworth. On the fourth row is Paul Boyd and David Caldercourt. Fifth row, Nigel Brown and Stephen Lansley. The sixth row is Adam Cooper and Ken Culvercourt. On the seventh row is Paul Collingson and Harry Gordon-Finlayson. Eighth row is Gary Davison and Ken Patton. On the ninth row is Leslie Wilson and Graham Paddock. On the 10th row is Paul Taberner and Charles Best. On the 11th row is Adrian Chapman and Paul Richardson. After crashing in qualifying, John Dixon starts from the back with the cage from Chris Porritt. So we've got two fast cars at the back of the grid. The red lights go on and the red lights go out, and Cheng Lim on that front row by himself, remember, so he should lead as they head down to Copsworth. Got Hudson and Plant on the second row. Plant's made a good start in that Allard. He's gonna squeeze into second position as the cars head through Cops for the first time. A poor start, as you'd expect from the slipping clutch cage trim of Chris Porritt. Two monster engine cars at the front. It is the Cobra of Cheng Lim that leads. In second position then is Allard, 7 litres of in the engine of John Plant at the wheel. Here they come. The two cars thunder through Woodcote and power on as they head down towards Copse Corner. The Allard up on the inside, but he can't find a way through. Can he? Yes, he can. Into the lead goes John Plant. He leads now. The rest of the field back the way into Copse Corner. There's John Dixon from the back of the grid in his Cobra. He spun off at Woodcote in qualifying. It looked like the a problem with the car. It snapped him into the wall at low speed, lucky enough, but it's side by side for the lead. It gets back on the inside, goes Cheng Lim as they head into Brooklands. Back into the lead for the Cobra. The Allard sits in second position, so it's Cheng Lim leading from John Plant as they exit Luffield, then through the cement dust they have gone. Now on to Woodcote. And it's the Cobra starting to build a lead up now. After the first lap he had a quarter of a second lead. This time it's 7/10 of a second. Still the Allard closes his way in before they get to Copse Corner. In third position it's the first of the sports specials, replacing the kit car champion for the 70 Motor Club this year. That's Clive Hudson that leads that one, his third overall. Fourth position is the car in the hands of Darryl Beckworth. So then we've got, this race continues, 30 minutes on one lap by all the races today. 70 Motor Club Sports Special Championship with the SRGTs with them as well. So Cheng Lim has now building the lead up. John Plant there in second, Hudson third, trying to close into the Allard now. Now falling away there in fourth position is Beckworth. He's in fifth position, a Caterham already. Chris Porritt's man his way up into the top 5 by the end of the third lap. This is an impressive drive from Chris Porritt. He was a second quicker than anybody else in qualifying. The battle for sixth position. That's Chris Brown there, just ahead of Stephen Lansley. So Brown and Lansley battling for sixth position. There's John Dixon. He's now up to about 9th. He's worked his way into the top 10 then from the back. And he hasn't really had any laps around the circuit today, because like I say, crashing in qualifying before he could even start his flying lap. So battle on for second into Luffield then. John Plant over the cement dust. Clive Hudson trying to find a way through round the outside. But then the 7,000cc engine of the Allard will pay into effect as they power through Woodcote. Down the start and finish line into Copse. Up into 8th position now is John Dixon. Meanwhile, Paul Boyd has retired on the race in his Eclipse. So we're now down to 21 cars in this race. So still a very much better field than we had last year from the Kit Car Championship. This sports special field is bringing us, and the SRGT, just making this really enjoyable race actually. Cheng Lim at the front, he's got a reasonable gap, but he's got to watch out for the cage. Let's go around the outside now of John Plant, trying to get second position. Plant defends the line, he stays in front as they head through Luffield, but that cage from 7 has lots of power and great handling ability, so Chris Porritt now already been able to take that title line out of Luffield, the inside line through Woodcote now, and into second goes Chris Porritt. He started from the back of the grid, and after just 5 laps of racing, he's worked his way up to second position. He's only 7 seconds behind Cheng Lim, and he was a second and a quarter quicker in qualifying. Good battle led by John Dixon into Copse there, as Dixon continues to come through the field. Has he made his way to the second? No, the third even SRGT car. I think he has, yes. I think Ed Coverwell is fourth in that. So, through has come Lim, and then second Porritt, already getting away from the battle of the third, because now up into the inside for Luffield. Attempted Clive Hudson in the Eclipse. He couldn't do that. He's the first of the championship class cars in the sport special, because Chris Porritt in the cage from his invitation car. So now the Allard power plays into effect once again, and still Clive Hudson can't find a way through as they head down into Copse. John Dixon's made his way into 5th position now, then he's made it ahead of Nigel Brown, that's second in his class. The rest of the field make their way around this Silverstone National Circuit. And it's Cheng Lim that still leads in his Cobra. He's done some lapping already. Now Chris Porritt chasing after him. And then we see the battle continues between the Allard and the Eclipse. And they're being closed in by John Dixon, remember. So this is going to think of a 3-way battle. The Allard, J2 with John Plant. The Eclipse, SM1 right behind, ahead of him now. Ahead of him, Clive Hudson's got ahead of John Plant. Good move at Luffield, but now the power of the Allard. Can he draw his way alongside Jesse? He can. Here he is. Oh, side by side they head into Copse. Who's going to be braver through the corner? Looking up. John Plant looks up. And you think he's made it through into third. Nigel Brown having to do a bit of lappery, and he is starting to come under pressure from Stephen Lansley, who's he's had to work through. Right, Cheng Lim soon to be under pressure from Chris Porritt. Now that gap has come right down. The battle of third, they turn into Brooklands now, and Dixon trying to make his way through. They go on Lotus 23 to lap. As they now turn through, Dixon in front, into the pits comes Cheng Lim. Cheng Lim's Cobra's gone wrong, so I give Porritt the lead. Meanwhile, here comes this battle of third. They've got to find their way past that mark, and in contact with Clive Hudson, and he had to squeeze up on the grass to get past Charles Best, I think. Even Paul Richardson it was. So, and making contact with him and almost pushing him into John Dixon. John Dixon almost had a second crash of the day through Woodcote. Luckily enough that everyone managed to avoid that, and everyone could continue with their race. Out the race is Ken Coverwell in the other Lotus 23, so down to 19 cars. Now about the second through Luffield again, John Dixon about the second position now, of course, because leader had retired. Cheng Lim. Dixon can't find a way through still in that Cobra. He powers his way down the straight now, down towards Copse. The Allard second in the hand of Plant, then the Ram Cobra in the hand of Dixon in third, then the Eclipse in the hand of Clive Hudson is in fourth position. Great sounds here in this race around the Silverstone National Circuit. These Cobras, Allards, and these sports specials as well as the Jaguars out there. The replica Jaguars make this circuit sound absolutely glorious this afternoon. John Dixon's made his way into second position now, so the car that started last is leading. The car that started one from last is one from the lead. So now the battle for third position is still on. It's Plant versus Hudson. This battle has gone on for almost the whole race, and it probably will go on till the end. Not long to go now, about 2 minutes plus 1 lap of the race to go. So Plant still there in third. Nigel Brown still running in a fifth position, and he did have Stephen Lansley not far behind him. Well, that's no longer the case, and he's dropped down to 7th, and David Caldecott, the Class B leader, is up into 6th. Because actually that's a change of class lead, isn't it? Because Lansley was in that class. Now it goes to David Caldecott in the Silver Phoenix. So John Dixon about to lap the Cougar Jaguar of Graham Paddock, while the battle for third continues. It's John Plant in that Allard, still in front of Clive Hudson. Probably should make the fact apparent that Allard is a replica car, not an original. Like I think all these SRGT cars are today, they're all replicas. Or actually no, the Lotus 23s may not be. Actually Ken Coverwell car, I'm pretty sure that is an actual Lotus 23. Still leading Class B there is David Caldecott ahead of Stephen Lansley. Right, there's John Dixon running in second. Through the traffic he's going, then battle for third. These will be about to start their last lap. So it's John Plant ahead of Hudson. Just to give you some more class leaders, the Sport Racing Class A is being led by John Dixon. Class B, no, I don't think there are any runners. No, but Class C in the Sports Racing is being led by the Jaguar D-Type of Ken Patton. And then Class D, the Sports Racing cars, is being led by Charles Best. So leader into Luffield then for the final time. It's going to be Chris Porritt who takes the final win of the weekend here at Silverstone. The 750 Motor Club season is well and truly alive. It is Chris Porritt from the back to the front to take the win in the Caterham 7. Great drive from him. He wins his class obviously as well, the invitation class in the Sports Specials part of the race. Let's take a look at those results. So John Dixon in second, 12 seconds down. Third went to John Plant, and fourth to Clive Hudson. Fifth to Nigel Brown, who comes second in his class. David Caldecott, of course, Clive Hudson won that class. David Caldecott won Class B, with the Sports Specials finishing sixth ahead of Stephen Lansley. Like I said, Ken Patton leading his class. Harry Gordon Finningston won the Sports Special class.